item 4, finance settlement.
Thank you, Chair. Apologies for the late delivery of this report, which has just been tabled this evening. The information going supplied received from the DCLG late on Tuesday. The final settlement, as it happens, shows no changes of any significance from the provisional settlement issued in December and reported to Cabinet in January. So it is, as far as the law is concerned, the same figures previously reported.
Okay. Despite everything else that's going on in the authority, there's still a job of setting a budget and moving forward. And with some, on the back of that report, we would like to introduce into the scrutiny system and all normal systems for consideration as part of the final budget settlement a list of items which we think can be taken without serious detriment to frontline services. And we have put a recommendation in and around that which we would like to move. If members want to wait for it to come out, or you want to read it verbatim? You want to read it while it's come around? Cabinet notes that Wirral's council financial settlement from government continues to be slashed with a reduction of 14 million this year in formula grants, and further reductions expected in specific grants which have yet to be announced. In a bid to make further progress in closing the gap this leaves, Cabinet refers to the following savings to the council and asks the chairs of the relevant scrutiny committees to consider whether they wish to consider these before the data report back to either Cabinet or to Budget Council. The first issue is a saving of 250,000 to be noted on the renegotiation of the connections contract. Renegotiation of the sporting people contract, which says already achieved, of £150,000. Uncommitted school improvement stroke school intervention funding of 250,000. CYPD PPM, for those who don't know, that's Children and Young People's Department Planned Preventative Maintenance, got that right. Consequence on decision by schools forum to fund 200,000 of schools PPM from within the school's budget. So that would be a further saving of 200,000. Funding of the MIS or Medicide Information Services, which is no longer required, of 50,000. Highways Back Office Administration Efficiency Review, which should yield 80,000. And then the number of EBRs which have gone across the authority. For those who wish to know the detail of them, we can't give individual names, but we can say that there are 37 people from across all various departments of the authority who have come forward and asked for EBRs. Cabinet notes that the criteria used in accepting these EBRs was that directors should be able to release the post, that they should be able to deliver the service with minimal disruption in the workplace, and that decision to release the post would not normally materially affect the service. Council recognises that this is vitally important to maintain stability of the council structures and finances at a time when considerable financial upheaval in the country will continue to wear on presenting a budget that achieves this aim and matches the priorities to be set out currently in what we call the draft corporate plan. So there are a series of savings to get into the system sooner rather than later. Despite all the announcements in the press and those who know confidence and what have you, want to call them, the work and the job of running the authority has to continue in a timely manner. We think it's appropriate as the incumbent cabinet to make sure that work progresses in a timely fashion. Is that seconded? And is that any discussions? That you agree? Okay. Then move on to the draft corporate plan.
Chair, if I could introduce this. The draft corporate plan was served by Council on the 12th of December. And at Council, we were asked to do a number of things. We were asked to repair the plan to the Council Scrutiny Committees and comments. We were asked to consult with partners, and we were also asked to actually exert smart targets and objectives into the plan. What we have in front of you this evening is the original draft plan. Appended to that is a complete list of partner comments, together with the minutes from the scrutiny committees that considered this, together
Okay. Again, I do apologise for the lateness of the corporate plan, but we did have a lot of significant events in the council's year, which was the AKA report and the corporate governance report. So we've been nonsense not to take any of those considerations on in the corporate plan. We've been much further down the timeline than we have been, but I make no apologies for that because I've left it out. I would equally receive massive amounts of criticism as well. We've kept the form, if you like, of the corporate plan in terms of the sort of headings that the previous administration set up. So I'll take the recognition of the previous administration's wish and style of corporate plan. What we intend to do is obviously the last scrutiny committee was either last night or the night before last was Tuesday. Clearly, we have to wait for those comments to come in. So what we've got in front of you is all those comments, open, transparent, in front of everybody. Some may be contradictory, so we have to make decisions in and around that. What we need is a methodology of finalising the corporate plan. The targets would have always been produced by departmental plans as an add-on to the corporate plan, but we've had to circumvent departmental plans to satisfy criticism within the notice of motion of council. So we've done things slightly a different way around than how we prepared. However, we've done that. Into all the overview scrutiny committees, we will take their considerations on board. What we intend to do is through this motion, which hopefully sets a way forward so we can have a corporate plan that's agreed. Cabinet welcomes the comments of partners and overview scrutiny committees on the draft corporate plan. Thanks everyone who responded. Cabinet further welcomes the fact that the vision set out in the plan has widespread approval, and many of the comments are concerned with the details of achieving that vision and with the targets necessary to monitor progress against the vision. Cabinet also recognises that the detailed targets now set in Appendix 5 are not available at the time of consultation, and that some proposals for classification has not yet been assessed. Cabinet believes that positive consideration should be given to the comments made by and amendments made necessary. Cabinet therefore resolves that, subject to any amendments made pursuant to paragraph B, 11 draft corporate plan set out in Appendix 1 to the report, we recommend to the Council for approval at its meeting on February 13, 2012, if that indeed is the date of full Council. The Chief Executive, in consultation with the Leader, the Council will be authorised to make those amendments to the draft corporate plan as are considered appropriate and necessary. The Leader will submit a draft final version of the plan in good time to the other party leaders for comment with the view of gaining all party support for Council on the 13th of February. So I think we have taken on board, you've seen the comments there. It will not be possible for every single one of those comments to end up in the corporate plan. I think everybody accepts that. They have and will be considered in as much good time to give the other party leaders their chance to comment on the issues within the corporate plan. So I'm hoping that will enable us to actually have a corporate plan on the table. If we don't, then we don't. But I did explain that the general vision of the corporate plan and the issues in it are moving my thinking in terms of setting the budget, which I have responsibility to do and the cabinet has responsibility to do. So we are making progress, I think, in the timeline that we're being allowed to do so. So is that formally seconded? Okay. We will hopefully make progress as three parties on a final corporate plan. Is that agreed? Okay. Moving on. Treasury management performance.
Thank you, Chair. This is the quarterly report on Treasury management. In particular, to draw one's attention to, we've met all the requirements of the Prudential Code. There's no significant variations from the original estimates for the year.
Members got any questions or comments? Or did we agree that report? I agree. Moving on to Midside Pension Fund budget. Sorry, Midside Pension Fund budget.
Thank you, Chair. This is the pension fund budget for 12/13, agreed by the Pensions Committee on the 17th of January. It shows a slight reduction from the current year's estimates. mainly due to the reduced investment management fees we expect to pay in the volatile markets. Unfortunately, the return on investment is not as high as the payment rate of items is lower as well.
Okay, again, I'm happy to read out that agree. Moving on to the corporate risk register.
Thank you, Chairs. Since it was last presented to Cabinet in October, this has been back around the executive. The chief officers have reviewed all the items in the risk register, reassessed them, reassessed the priorities, and this is the executive team's recommendations to the Cabinet for an updated risk register.
Okay, again, just anxious to know that where this has or where else needs to go. Clearly it needs to go or should have gone to audit risk. Not happening.
No, the audit risk have a monitoring role. The risk register is agreed by the Cabinet, but the audit risk management role to monitor the delivery of what's in the programme.
And in terms of sort of scrutiny, will it be there as nice as there in the future?
Only if called in by.
I'm just anxious to sort of gain favour with anybody who needs to approve this. I look through it. I'm okay to agree, and it is also some maybe reference back to the corporate governance issues that we've got within it. Our members at this point in time happy to agree that corporate respect there? Right, that takes us to item 9, which is the third quarter performance and financial review. I know everyone's been mad busy and we had a lot of good presentation last time. Are we to have a presentation or a verbal report here? Because I didn't get a chance to find that out before.
There's a report, obviously the written report in front of you. I understood that you wanted a verbal report tonight and not a presentation, given the extensive issues on the Cabinet agenda. There is a presentation available. I'm not sure if it's been loaded or not, because I understood that
Right, okay, I've missed something in communication here. So, members and members of the audience, do you want a presentation or do you want us to have a verbal report? Show of hands. Verbal report, Emily, okay. The platform is in favour of you tonight.
Thank you, Chair. And really, it's an extensive report with plenty of detail on the areas where there's our fastest red and amber throughout the department by department, so members can see where we're achieving the targets we set and where there's a slight underperformance at this stage. There's nothing particular I want to draw members' attention to beyond what's in the report. It's fairly detailed and works through service by service. I'm happy to try and answer any questions that members have on any specific issues.
Any particular issues cabinet members which raised, or are they all covered by the report? Okay. Okay. Members happy to accept that report then and follow the actions to direct where we're not doing that. That's great. Okay, thank you for that. And thanks members of the audience. What do we say? Well, let's look at the audience at the last one. Okay. Move on to item 10, which is the property, not the rationalisation report.
Thank you, Chair. The report that you have on the agenda summarises the progress that we've made to date. It seeks confirmation of principles that will support further rationalisation. And there's a series of recommendations in terms of the next steps. Progress to date, principles, lessons learned, and the context of the